We work with grandmothers to improve the lives of women, girls and children. This is what we do at Grandmother Project. At the first glance, when one thinks about the challenges that women, girls and children face, maternal and child mortality, limited access to education, early and forced marriage, female genital mutilation, focusing on grandmothers seems quite bizarre. But one needs only to travel to southern Senegal, where Grandmother Project works, to understand not only the rationale for such a choice, but also the incredible benefits that it can bring about. Southern Senegal, also known as Casamance, is one of the poorest and most underdeveloped regions of Senegal. It is far from the capital city, Dakar. People live in villages close to their fields, as agriculture is the main occupation. Paved roads are rare, and travel is very difficult during the rainy season. In rural areas, in particular, multi-generational families are the norm, with 3 or even 4 generations living under the same roof. Elders are very respected for their wisdom and life experience, and grandmothers play a very important role as counselors and guides for the younger generations in the family, for mothers and for children, and especially for girls. Younger women rely on their mothers and mothers-in-law when they are pregnant and when they are caring for their young children. When a child is sick, it is the grandmother's advice that is sought first. And with young girls, when mothers are often out working, it is the grandmothers who are at home and who are always ready to answer a question or listen to a child's story, and to counsel them about how best to address a problem or behave in a particular situation. Traditionally, in African societies, the ties between grandmothers and girls are stronger than those between the girls and their own mothers. This feature makes the grandmothers a perfect ally to help girls address the challenges they face, starting with the fact that the education of girls is valued less than that of boys. Once girls reach puberty, teen pregnancy becomes an additional risk due to attention from older boys or male teachers. A family greatest fear is that their unmarried daughter will become pregnant, bringing shame and other difficulty to the family. The risk of teen pregnancy is commonly the reason why families choose not to send their daughters to secondary school. Secondary schools are in bigger villages. So, most girls who continue beyond primary school will need to walk long distances or even live away from home, out of family supervision and control. For many families, therefore, taking girls out of school and marrying them off is a preventive strategy, a protection from the risk of shameful teen pregnancy. And despite girls' desire to continue their education, they most often have little say in these family decisions about their lives, their well-being. Usually, it is either the father or the grandmother who decide to marry a girl off when they feel it is time. Elder women are very respected in both the family and the community. If a grandmother tells her son not to marry his daughter, her granddaughter, or if the grandmother pleads for the girl to be able to continue to secondary school, she is most likely to convince her son to change his mind. Sons will rarely go against the will of their mother. In all communities, grandmothers are part of social networks, and in all of those networks, there are grandmother leaders. Strong, confident, energetic women who are open to change and truly committed to advancing their communities. They need to be supported, encouraged and empowered to take an even greater role in families and communities. This is where Grandmother Project steps in. Grandmother Project has built on the traditional role of these senior women using an innovative approach that helps communities to move towards modern ideas and principles of gender equality, respect for children, empowerment of girls and women, while at the same time preserving the positive aspects of local culture. We also train female community facilitators who organize under the tree meetings with grandmother leaders, women and girls, where different topics are addressed and support for girls' education, postponement of marriage and abandonment of female genital mutilation is promoted in an open dialogue between the generations. We acknowledge the senior women's wisdom, including the wealth of stories, songs and dances they know, and the values they teach to the younger generations: respect, honesty, solidarity, and we built them into innovative learning curricula for primary schools. Then we facilitate grandmothers and teachers training workshops so that they can collaborate to encourage girls to stay in school and help them avoid early marriage and teen pregnancy. With the help of grandmother leaders, the Council of the Elders, religious leaders, teachers, girls and boys leaders, Grandmother Project facilitates large community gatherings or intergenerational forums that are an occasion for all community members to discuss important issues related to girls' holistic development and to brainstorm on how to improve girls' lives and help them to succeed in life. And now, the Grandmother Project Leadership Training for Grandmothers has two objectives. First, to provide current information dealing with issues on which their advice is traditionally recognized, such as maternal and child care, nutrition and reproductive health. And second, to further empower grandmothers to play an even stronger leadership role in the community. This is the Grandmother Project approach, called Change Through Culture. It's a participatory approach that is constantly monitored to better understand the social dynamics that lead to positive change, to continuously assess the impact of the activities carried out, thus learning and improving our methodology along the way. In order to expand the use of the Change Through Culture approach, training sessions are carried out for other organizations to help them adopt a grandmother inclusive and intergenerational approach in their community programs. This approach has been used in various countries, from Mauritania to Uzbekistan, from Nicaragua to Uganda, from Albania to Sierra Leone. The time has come to recognize that grandmothers can be a resource for development, in particular when a change in social norms is needed. Changing social norms is essential when women and girls are concerned. Grandmothers can use all their influence to mobilize the entire community, including men and boys, to lay the groundwork for a better life for women and girls.